Hey now, what's up? It's Jose, Metal Ambassador Mangin, here cruising in Southern California inside the world famous Vin Dime limo on our way to pick up the Red Rocker, Sammy Hagar. Dude. What's up, man? Good to see you, Sammy. Hell yeah, dude. This is my friend Chris.
What's up, Chris?
That's my friend AJ.
See that right there, Chris? What's up, AJ? You can't drink, AJ. You driving? Okay, you're wheelman. We're gonna give that some respect.
The inside, Sammy, this is all completely gutted. Yeah, this is their limo. The original Texas license plates over there. I couldn't afford to do this myself when I inherited this last year. We had just bought a house.
Fuck, you would have got funding from every rock star, every metal band on the planet would have helped you out, brother.
Well, Sammy, here's what I did. I did a public GoFundMe. I did a GoFundMe for it, and actually a few artists donated, but mostly fans of Vinny and Dime. And so there's 893 names of everybody that donated $1 or up that they helped me. They raised about $50,000 for me. This cost about $70 to fix so far, which was cheap. It should have been a lot more. But those are all the names of everybody. And then back here, this is my tribute to Vinny and Dime, and I wrote this beautiful tribute here. And this is my favorite part of the limo, is this part right here. The guys are always with us, and this is from Dime's grave marker. I just rearranged some of the words, made them apply to Vinny and Dime, and then I wrote this here. Historic legendary limo first bought by the Abbott brothers in Texas back in 2001 is brought roaring back to life in 2021 because of the extreme generosity of all those touched by the music and spirit of Vinny and Dime.
Boom. Right on. Go straight to the next exit because it'll be easier to get this guy out. That one there, you're gonna have a hard time getting out of that with this.
Yeah, this is a
super stretch, man.
Yeah, I've driven this a bunch, Sammy, and I've bottomed out on it. I've lost pieces in the beginning when I was first driving around of this. Yeah, so it's AJ is a professional driver. I am for limos not, but I learned, and I've driven I drove to Sacramento to go to
this thing all the way.
Yeah, we went to Aftershock Festival, the DWP.
Oh
Fest.
yeah, I had my cocktails for there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I saw it there. I saw them there, and we went over there, and that way I was able to show and share the limo with a lot of family and friends. Dimebag's widow, Rita, was able to get in this over there in Aftershock.
I met Rita before too. She's a sweetheart, man.
Very, very, very sweet. I love her. And then Bobby Tongs, who was Pantera's videographer, was in here and got pretty emotional. Vinny's best friend, Bride Dog, who was always at the Cabo Wabo Cantina, he got emotional when he got in this as well. But yeah, Sammy, this is a tribute
I like the diamond tuck seat, man. That's nice, man. This is a little retro, a little, nice and padded up,
Well, and these are the original doors, but except for this interior has been replaced. But these are the original doors, and the original hardware and all this stuff is old school, man. So yeah, Sammy Hagar, the Red Rocker in the Vin Dime limo. Hell yeah! So dude, taking off the and he's got the red.
It's a long way from cowboy boots, Vinny.
Yeah.
Vinny coming in his cowboy boots, his cowboy hat, and I'm in shorts, and I'm going, Vinny, I'm getting a pair of scissors. I'm gonna cut them jeans off for you, man. You can't come to Cabo all dressed up like Texas, man.
And the only time I've seen Vinny in shorts is when we were at his pool and jacuzzi at his house, and that was the only time I've ever seen him in shorts, man. So, Samuel, well, welcome, dude. It's an honor to have you here. You are my first interview in this limo because I just got it.
Oh, I thought this had been going on for a while.
No,
I'm honored.
Yeah, this is a series that I want to start, but I just haven't had the time. I've been traveling a lot with these festivals, and I just got it completed in September, but I've been traveling a lot. So
I got you. No wonder it looks so good.
Yeah. Well, and I have an indoor spot for it, man, and the stereo sound system makes ears bleed, so I'm very.
Don't need that. My ears are already shot.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you ever wear earplugs when you're jamming?
No.
Yeah, I don't either. When I go to concerts, I can't. I don't. And I jam. I can't.
It sounds terrible. You put cotton in your, or hold your ears like this. It sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Even the good in-ears nowadays, where they say, oh, we can bring in the audience. I gotta feel the audience. I gotta be part of the whole routine. Man, I can't be plugged up. I can't sing that way either. Michael Anthony wears cotton in his ears, and wears cotton. He wears cotton shirts.
Cotton underwear too.
Yeah, there you go. But he, wads it up and crams it in there, and then I go on his side of the the stage, and his freaking monitors are so loud. I'm going, what's the difference? Why don't you just take that shit out and turn your monitors down, dude? You know, and he don't get it. A lot of people, they say, no, I don't want to hurt my ears. I'm going, those monitors are so loud. You're hearing probably as much as I am out of mine without them. But anyway, everybody's got their own trip. I never was an in-ear guy. Every time I did a tour in Van Halen, we all would go get in-ears, and then the first rehearsal, dress rehearsal, it ain't sounding right. Spend a whole day it'd be like, boom, taking out one, okay, next night, next one, pretty soon, all the old monitors are back. We got the same old, you know, side fills, and so anyway. Yeah.
Well, it's again a pleasure to have you here. When was the first time that you met Vinny and Dime? Or Vinny, or who?
Well, both of them at the same time. It was really interesting. I was promoting Cabo Wabo Tequila at the Las Vegas trade shows, and I was doing a little free concert for all the people that bought my booze, you know, like the bartenders and the accounts, you know, Bev Mo and all, you know. It was about 300 or 400 people at the Palm, a place called Rain, I think was the name of the venue, and I was playing there with the Wabos. And Vinny and Paul showed up, and Vinny and Dime showed up, and Dime had his wife with him, and we sat backstage, and Dime, he was kind of edgy, man. I was saying, man, this is kind of edgy. You know, Vinny was all friendly, and Dime was friendly, but he was pissed off, not at me, at the world, right?
Yeah.
And I thought, man, he's got a little attitude, man, not bad vibes, but like, you know, they're pissy, you know. So I said, well, fuck, you guys want to jam? And they said, yeah, we want to jam with you, man. So I said, this was after I just left Van Halen. So I said, what do you want to play? You guys, we're gonna go let's do like Wild Thing, you know, right? Everybody knows Wild Thing. And Dime's going, I don't know fucking Wild Thing. I said, you don't know Wild Thing? But they were already on stage now. So I'm going, you don't know Wild Thing? Shit. I reached around behind him, and there's a picture of him in the Cabo Wabo of him and I on stage, and I was going, dan, 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 dan. He's like, watch it. He did it. And Vinny was playing drums, and we just jammed the fuck out of a 2 or 3. We just went, you know, started playing. And they were so cool about it with Cabo, and then next thing I know, Dime checked out. You know? But I'd only seen Dime twice, but I saw Vinny quite a bit. He became like, you know, like I said, come to Cabo every.
I know you guys were close. I would see when you would do these birthday bash around October in Cabo Wabo, Mexico, which I love to go and visit. And I've been to your cantina. I met your manager there, Robert, or who's the guy that used to run the place there? Jorge. There you go. Jorge.
Yeah.
I met him, and I introduced myself as being from Sirius XM, and he was like, "Oh man, what's up, Jose?" And super cool. But I remember Vinny would always go and jam with you and jam with your friends, and man, I mean, it seemed like he was there more than just for your birthday bashes.
I took care of Vinny. Him and Jorge became dear friends, and so Vinny would come down with all his, his posse, and we'd let him use the dressing room because they were all too rowdy downstairs. They get in fights and stuff. I mean, you know, Vinny was such a big-hearted guy, and he was, you know, he looked so tough, and he rolled tough, but man, he was the sweetest. He was a very tender cat, man. He was a real sensitive guy. He would give you a big hug. He'd get choked up in his eyes. You'd see him, you know.
He's genuine.
Oh, complete. Look,
getting goosebumps.
Yeah,
Sammy Hagar getting the fucking goosebumps in the Vin Dime limo.
Fuck me up, man.
Come on now.
This limo, it might be the limo.
No,
Vinny wasn't that nice. Listen, hey, it's a limo, damn it.
There's amazing vibes in this limo. I've had people tell me that. I feel it myself. There's a lot of love in this, and he is with us in this, and so is Dime, and they're having a great time hanging with us right now. Do you have a memorable moment, jam session, or anything like that with Vinny?
Yeah, man. Vinny, he always wanted to play Pound Cake, Van Halen song.
Oh, yeah?
And he played fucking hard. So he'd come up on the poor drummer's drum set. He would beat that son of a bitch to death. If he didn't break a snare or a cymbal stand, 4 or 5 sticks, you know. And the poor guys down in Cabo, you know, it's hard for them to get heads and all that. And so it'd be like, oh no, Vinny's here. I'd see the house drummer. He'd be like, if I had my band, it was different. But you know, the house drummer, he'd be like, oh man, he's gonna break a pedal. But he used to play Pound Cake so fucking hard. He was like, and he just, I would always say, one of my go-to jams is Led Zeppelin's Rock and Roll, and a lot of people know that song. It's one of those, hey, everybody knows that song. He goes, I don't do rock and roll. I don't do that. I'm going, what do you mean you don't do it? You play that motherfucker. You play like Bonham. That's the way you play. No, but I don't do it, man. He I don't know why he didn't want to play that song. So that song we never got to play, but I just remember the first time I ever got it. When I get people on stage, that's when I start asking them, so what do you want to play? You know, I don't make all these plans. I go, you want to play? Come on, let's go. And then we're going
on
down.
Stage, go through it.
And then, so when he was saying, no, I don't do rock and roll, man. No, and I'm going, what the fuck, man? That just was a funny story, just getting to know him a little bit like that. And like I said, there was always somebody getting hurt in this posse. It was never an easy thing. We would help them bail somebody out of jail or get somebody, you know, off the hook with the cops.
Oh man, well dude, because yeah, Vinny's pretty famous with rolling with a large entourage, so he would be calling up friends at bands and stuff. Oh hey, I'm gonna come by and see you guys tonight at whatever club in Vegas. Oh well, it's me plus 11.
Yeah, exactly. I say, Vinny, the dressing room only holds 11.
yeah, but he did that. He's famous for doing that kind of stuff, man. So yeah, did you ever partake in the famous Vinny, Paul, and Dimebag Darrell Blacktooth Grin drink that they used to always pour?
No.
It was a shot of Crown Royal and a splash of Coke. They would pour down those shots down throats of all sorts of people, man.
I'm a tequila. You get me going, and I'm either rum or tequila, man. It's like
well, all right. So now let's move into that territory, Sammy, because I am a massive tequilero. I think though I told you one of the times that I interviewed you on the black carpet at the Revolver Golden Gods Award, we talked about our mutual love of tequila. I collect añejo, extra añejo, and cristalino tequilas. I've been doing it for over 10 years. I have a spreadsheet collection, all alphabetized, and I have about 162 bottles of añejo or extra añejo.
Wow.
Or cristalino. Beautiful collection. And one of my very first bottles of añejo that I remember getting was the company that you used to own, Cabo Wabo, and you made very, very famous. And I remember that blue añejo bottle.
Well, the yellow bottle was gold.
Gold,
was
yes.
amber. And the blue bottle was a reposado.
Yes.
And then we made a clear bottle. A muy añejo was 48 months old.
Extra.
Cabo Uno.
Oh wow! I don't think I've ever had the extra añejo Cabo.
We made about 7,000 bottles, and they went into the system. Boom. And they were. That was the best. We invented that. I mean, at that time, no one had done it.
Extra añejos. Extra añejos came. Yeah.
I just kept saying to my chemist, my distiller in Cabo, I kept saying, what happens if you just keep leaving it in the barrel longer, you know, like wine, you know? And then he's going, you know, it'll turn to more like a scotch or a whiskey. And I said, well, let's try it. So every time I'd go down, I'd try it. And then at 48 months, I just said, you know what? This is fucking killer, man.
Nice.
Put this in a bottle. But it was so expensive because you lose so much product. So it was like $235, and people were freaking out. Only my hardcore fans bought it. A lot of accounts didn't want to have it, but it was the best. And now everybody does it, but everybody makes tequila now too.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in the game.
When I started Cabo Wabo, everybody's going, what?
When did you start Cabo?
87.
87, and what made you want to? I mean, you were the first, dude.
Yeah.
You were the first, man. You paved the way.
I was a fan, and you know, I drank tequila like you did, the old bullshit with a worm in it almost, you know. Without saying brands, a lot of brands had worms in it. Pueblo had a worm in it, you know, the Gold had a worm in it. And when I got to Mexico the first time, my friends, I bought my first condo in 1985, and I said, let's go. He said, I'll take you to Guadalajara and we'll buy furniture because all the good artists are there. So I went to Guadalajara and they said, hey, you want to go to Tequila? I said, there's a place called Tequila? He said, yeah. And we went there and I tasted 100% pure tequila. And I said, holy fuck, can we make this for the cantina? Because I was building the cantina and thinking about the cantina. He said, yeah, we can get somebody to make it for us. I'm going, wow, because I'll blow everybody out of the water. I'm going, nobody's ever tasted no shit like this. So that was my whole premise of, I said, I want to turn the world on to fine tequila. And like now you can't find bullshit tequila.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
But I was the first guy to do it, and you know, it's like I'm proud of it, but it really doesn't matter like that. For me, it was like I had an experience that I said I just want the whole world to know that I was going. Everyone I talked to, you'd say, hey, you know, what do you want to drink? Say tequila. Oh, I can't drink tequila. Oh man, I'm so sick of my life. And I'm saying,
people
I'm
always say that shit.
And I said,
today they still say that.
Yeah, but that's because they don't know about good tequila. So I said, I'm going to fix those motherfuckers. I'm going to show them. I'm going to say, oh yeah, we'll try this. And that was my gimmick. I said, try this, and they try it, and they go, wow, that's not the tequila I know. I know it's not. And I said, you can drink it all night and feel pretty good. and feel pretty good the next day. But
That's right.
So anyway, that was my first experience with tequila, and I went down myself. I got the hand blown bottles, and we outgrew those, and it was a process building that business. And when I sold it, it kind of broke my heart. It's like your daughter getting married and leaving home. You're going, man, let's have another kid.
Yeah.
I like having a kid around, So I started Santo when my non-compete was up, and Santo is one step finer than Cabo Wabo in the sense, I don't mean to say this to dog Cabo Wabo, I just know more about how to do it now. If you cut the agave closer, cut the roots off. Roots are nasty. They're rotten, basically. The top is green like a pineapple. It's bitter, and
You're talking about the spine, the piña.
Yeah, once you cut them,
everybody
they just cut the leaves off and they throw the whole thing. Well, they chop it up and they throw the whole thing in there. We cut the roots off because they're nasty, rotten. You cut the top off because it's bitter, and you just get more like the heart and cut it tight. We cut 30% of the agave off. I learned that with the Cabo Uno because I said to the guy, I said, how would you make the best tequila you would ever make in your life? He said, well, you just get rid of all the bitter stuff and just put the heart in there. Like eating a watermelon, only eat in the middle,
Yeah.
And we did that. So that's what we do with Santo. And it's the best tequila in the world. We don't have no additives. This is like no glycerin, no agave syrup to sweeten it up a little bit because you use young agaves. We use mature agave. So I learned how to do it. It's more expensive, but I don't do anything for money anymore. I am, in case anybody don't know, I'm fucking rich. Okay, and I got no problem with it. I give my money away. I treat people the way you want to be treated. I do a lot of charity stuff, but it ain't. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying, don't ever accuse me of saying, "Oh, Sammy, how much money you need?" None. I don't do things for money. I do it for passion.
Yeah.
And when I make
That's
my
the right
tequila, it's
reason
the
to do
best
it.
tequila in the world. Cabo Wabo at the time I thought was the best tequila in the world. And these little fuckers here are better than that bullshit out there. I started making these for the same reason. I'm drinking what's on the market when it first started coming out. And everybody's saying, it's the biggest trend in the history of the booze. And I'm going, well, I gotta try these. I'm not a can and a cocktail guy. So I tasted them and they were terrible. So I said, I can do better than that. And during COVID, when you had nothing to do, I invented these guys. And they're better than the other guys, and I was the first guy to use spirits. I'm still the first guy to use rum. I think Bacardi's coming with one, but I use a spirit instead of beer base. Who wants a fucking flavored beer?
Yeah.
That's basically what that shit is. It's malt based. So I said I don't want a flavored beer. So I've got rum cocktail.
So tell me, but this is what you switched from tequila to your Puerto Rican rum, right?
Well, yes, and I'll tell you why. Rum is a mixed drink. Nobody drinks rum straight.
Yeah,
it tastes like shit.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had rum.
You have to have flavored rums, or you have to have, sugared rums. They do all these things, or age it for 100 years, and it finally starts tasting decent. It's just sugar, So tequila, you don't make a canned cocktail out of tequila, and if you do, don't drink it. I could have done it, but I'm saying it's bullshit. You don't make a canned margarita. No. A margarita's got to be fresh lime, Contro, or triple sec, or
Well, they do make them, but they're
So I decided to use my rum because it is a cocktail. I mean, rum is made for cocktails. It's a mixed drink. It's a rum and coke. This is a rum and coke. So this would be like a rum and coke, and that is pineapple, fresh pineapple flavors. With also these are sweetened with agave syrup. No sugar.
Oh, I love agave syrup.
Because it gives it a little taste.
I only use agave syrup for my coffees. This is we're cracking open Sammy's Beach Bar cocktail. There's 4 different varieties of this, and I am tasting and about to open up the pineapple splash with some jalapeno heat. And this is some brand new stuff. You know what I love about this? Cheers, brother, man. I've had a couple of these at Aftershock Festival in Sacramento. Mm-hmm.
They're thirst quenching. They're low calorie, but they have a little flavor. Most of them either have too sweet artificially. But anyway, that's anytime I can do something better than somebody else, I'll do it. That's my whole quest in life. I'm going, hey, I can sing better than that guy. I'll join that band.
Yeah.
I can play guitar better than that guy.
So what made you want to start this? I mean, just
because the category was so hot, and I thought, I have a rum. What if I just do something different with a rum? And I just wanted to be the best in the category. It's like, who doesn't want to be the best singer or in the band? Or who doesn't want to be the best guitar player in the world?
I love that there's this feel of sort of sand, or like you just put this down and you kind of have that sand glaze on it from the beach and stuff.
To the beach. This is
but that's a detail that you don't find on cans,
It's
right?
more expensive. And I don't care. Once again, I don't care. I didn't raise my price.
I didn't even think about it. Yeah, it's probably more expensive.
And the idea is that when it's wet, it doesn't slip out of your hand. It's got a little bit of a grit to it.
Yeah.
And so it's
like a light sandpaper, super light sandpaper.
So I try to think of everything, and that so that in the end you're going, this is better than the rest. And like I said, it's my ego trip. If you want to say, I'm not an ego trip about myself, but I've got an ego trip about my products.
So, I was reading the names of these. They sound like weed strains or something. Like what are they?
I almost got in the cannabis business, but I'm going, I can't make dope better than the Grateful Dead's dope.
Oh, man. You probably could, Sammy, but tell me about the names of the Sammy's Beach Bar cocktails. There's 4 of them.
Yeah. There's the Tangerine Dream.
That's the one that I was thinking sounds like some good weed. Well, Tangerine Dream.
I tell you what, it was just it's a creamsicle. It was just like orange and cream, vanilla cream, but I kicked it up. I thought, well, how can you make this better than orange? What's better than an orange? A good tangerine, not just a tangerine, a good tangerine. Yep. So we used tangerine peels and really got this tangerine concentrate, and it's really kind of my favorite. But for some reason, the cherry cola spice is really growing on me.
Sounds really good.
That one's great too with food. If I'm eating
Pineapple
tacos,
splash.
that's me all the way.
Yeah. Oh, I can see.
If I'm having a hamburger, this is me all the way.
Okay.
A hamburger and a Coke, right? Hamburger, fries, and a Coke.
And what's the 4th one?
POP. It's called Passion, Orange, and Pineapple, and it's passion fruit, orange, and pineapple, which is Island Pop, is like the classic old Hawaiian Punch. Remember the old Hawaiian Punch?
I love Hawaiian Punch, man.
Yeah. When I was a kid, Hawaiian Punch, man. My mom have a birthday party, Hawaiian Punch. Then when we got to be about 15 or 14, we'd take the Hawaiian Punch and spike it with some cheap vodka. So it goes well with Hawaiian Punch goes well with rum. So I made things that go good with other things, like Coke, rum and Coke, classic.
Yeah.
Pineapple and fucking rum. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
anything from an island.
So good, yeah. So now I know you have these available in California. I know you just launched this stuff in Nevada.
Yeah.
With the Las Vegas residency with your band, and then now we're going to be launching it in Texas. You're going to be doing the Toast to Texas 4 shows. December 4th is December 3rd is the first one, which is in Fort Worth, Pantera Country. December 4th is San Antonio. The 6th is going to be in Austin, and then the 8th is in Houston. So that's where you're going to be launching Sammy's Beach Bar cocktail.
Yeah. We're throwing parties. We're throwing parties with my band, The Circle, and what we do is like what we do in Cabo. We go up there and we play a couple hours, and we have in the venues. The reason I play in these smaller venues, Billy Bob's a good-sized venue. It's about 5,000, but it's the only one. By playing Billy Bob's, we're making enough money to support the little thing, so we can do. I pay my band really well. So, but the idea is that we're going to have the cocktails, we're going to have the rum, we're going to have the tequila, all my different spirits on display to be able to have, like to drink while we're playing. It's not going to be like it's going to be a concert because we're going to be on stage playing all the songs we normally play, but it's just going to be more like a party atmosphere, like what I do in Cabo. Like if Vinny was around, he would know what we're doing.
Yeah. Well, I've seen tons of legendary footage from these parties, so I'm excited.
It's looser. It's looser. Yeah. We're up there drinking. We come out with a little buzz on and mix a drink on stage, and talk to the people a little bit. And play a couple more songs and and take requests. Somebody says, play fucking Pound Cake. We miss video. Okay, we'll play Pound Cake.
So then the Circle is Michael Anthony, bass player, Van Halen, awesome dude, and then you have Jason Bonham behind the drum kit, John Bonham's son. I've met Jason a few times.
Bad boy.
Remember he was wasn't he on that TV show back in the day with Scott Ian, Ted Nugent, Sebastian Bach? Remember the VH1 supergroup? Remember that shit back in the day? Yeah, I think Jason was a part of that, man.
He probably was.
I met him at one of those events in New York City one time, man.
He was in that movie Rockstar.
Yes, I knew that.
My song "Stand Up and Shout," a song I wrote for that movie, and Jason played drums on it. But I met Jason in Cabo, and he was in bad shape about 18 years ago. He was deep into drinking and anything else he could put in his body, and he went straight from Cabo to rehab. And he gives me credit for saving his life by getting him so fucked up that he quit.
Nice. I mean,
That's a hell of a way to do it.
And how is it jamming with these guys? I know you've been doing it forever.
When Jason Bonham, he plays just like his dad. He's older, much older, been playing many more years than his father had, because his father died way too young. Yeah. And a lot of people don't realize how good he is. To me, he's as good as his dad. Yeah. And I never played with his dad, but I've heard his dad, because I'm the biggest Led Zeppelin fan in the world, and John Bonham is the greatest rock drummer that ever lived, and Jason plays just like him. His sound is exactly, when we play rock and roll, or we play Whole Lotta Love, any song we play, when Jason kicks off the drums, I'm like going, pinch yourself, dude. Yeah. You're playing with John Bonham. Here we go again. Look, here we go. Look,
there you go. There we
More
go. Goosebumps inside the Van
That
Dyne
shows you can't lie.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's real.
Yeah. I could maybe fake crying, maybe, but not goosebumps.
Nah, it's so good, man.
Yeah, so that's a great band. Michael Anthony, he brings the vocals from Van Halen and that bass thunder. And when we play the Van Halen stuff, we treat it like it's Van Halen. When we play Montrose, my first band, we treat it like it's Montrose. Everything we play, we play it like properly. And I think we have the best set list in the world. We got Van Halen songs, we got early Sammy songs, later Sammy songs. We made a couple records ourselves. We got frickin' Chicken Foot. We got Led Zeppelin to pick on. Montrose, like I said, it's like, that's a hell of a set list.
Speaking of Montrose, Sammy, I program Mandatory Metallica on Sirius XM. It's the channel dedicated to the boys. Very close with them. I love them a lot. I just saw them this past weekend in, where was I? Daytona Beach at the Welcome to Rockville Festival, which ended up being America's biggest rock festival. But Lars this week is hosting a special of his favorite deep cuts, and he's playing Montrose.
Hell yes, he is.
Yeah, he is.
Lars and
James, Kirk.
No, James is my dearest friend, yeah. but Kurt and
Roberto
and Lars. No, just those two. Yeah. I did a run at the Fillmore with my old band, the Wobbles, when I was promoting Cabo Wabo Tequila, and we did the same thing like we're doing in Texas. We did this 3-4 day run of shows at the smaller venue in Fillmore and through these big parties. And Lars said, "Man, I want to come down and play. What do you want to play? We want to play Montrose." Okay.
Nice.
What do you want to play? We want to play Rock Candy, Space Station, Band Motor Scooter, Good Rock Tonight, Rock the Nation. Okay. Lars and Kirk came down and we fucking blew some Montrose out, and Lars ran out of gas. I mean, he didn't realize how fast those songs. I mean, Metallica plays fast, but when you know the song, it's different because you breathe. It's like like singing. When you know the song, you know where to breathe and not to. When you don't know the song and it's like a hard motherfucker to sing, you lose your voice. And he was bad. His hands were killing him. He was fucking dying over the drums because he didn't know the songs that well, but we were working it pretty hard. Yeah, those guys are Montrose fans, Van Halen fans too. My photographer, Leah, who also works for this company here, she does all the photos for me. She just sent me a thing today because she was working for Metallica last week on all these festivals. She was doing photos. Leah?
No, but I was just there.
Just fucking studs and tattoos all over.
Probably saw her there.
Yeah, she looks kind of like you.
Okay, cool.
Out, Anyway, she sent me. She goes, "Boss, I'm with you in spirit," because right before they came on, they played Right Now over the PA. So
nice. Yeah, very cool.
Those guys are good guys. I've known them forever. They opened for Van Halen on the Monsters of Rock.
Yeah.
Our first stadium tour.
Yeah.
Metallica was the opening act. That's funnier than shit.
Yeah.
Because Kingdom Come was the opening act. Then Metallica. Then they killed the next band. Who was it? Dokken came on next. And Metallica put them out of business. Broke that band up trying to follow Metallica. And then Scorpions and Van Halen. So we became dear friends ever since then.
I know Eddie Van Halen, God rest his soul. He was a huge fan of Montrose as well.
Yeah.
That's what initially got you in the fold, right?
Yeah, Ted Templeman, the same producer for Montrose. Ted Templeman was instrumental in signing Van Halen and making them a Montrose kind of band. He said, you guys ain't going to be Mammoth. We're going to name you after the freaking guitar player like Ronnie Montrose. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to make an album with 4 songs per side. That's it, 8 songs, And he did the whole thing. And yeah, it was really, karmically, it was very strange for me joining Van Halen. That was really a good thing. It ended horrible, but so does every marriage, right?
Yeah.
Not every marriage. Yeah.
Sammy, dude, I'll say this though. I've said it on the radio and said it to my family and friends. I always was. I preferred you as vocals for Van Halen. That was just more my style. I really. I mean, you just have this.
We elevated the songwriting.
Yeah.
It turned it into more sophisticated, which some people don't like. But I personally love the early Van Halen stuff too. I'm not a Roth fan. I said it. Everyone knows I'm not a Roth fan. He's a great showman, but he doesn't put enough respect into the music, in my opinion, and especially live. And way back then, even but honestly, it's just two different bands. It wasn't my fault. I didn't make the band what it was. Eddie heard me sing it. He's going, "Wow, you can sing this one. Hey, you ever hear?" And he starts playing the keyboards. And he got off on it because he had played keyboards, but Roth couldn't sing like that, So he would say, play da 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 when it's love, and I'd start singing, and he's like, "Holy shit!"
Great song.
So Eddie got excited and started writing different stuff. Oh, that too. Yeah. So Eddie got excited and he started writing that kind of music, and all I did was write lyrics and melody to it. So I didn't say, "Hey, this is the kind of music we're playing," like some fans accused me of bringing the keyboards. I didn't fucking play keyboards. I didn't play keyboards. It was just, Eddie got excited about our chemistry was very, very special. And hey, I miss the guy dearly. I got to tell you. Yeah, we were supposed to do a reunion 2020.
Yeah, I remember
2021.
Reading about that.
Yeah, him and I have been talking, and thank God we buried the hatchet. And,
Good.
God say, "Hey man, we're too old to be fucking fighting about kid stuff," And it's a shame it never got to happen. But whatever, life goes on, and Vinny and Eddie are probably jamming right now.
Oh, they're fucking jamming with Lemmy up there holding it down, and they're throwing it down. I always love the picture, Sammy. I love that you say that, because as a huge fan of all these guys that you just mentioned, I picture them. It makes me feel good. Picturing them in heaven, just throwing parties after parties, jam sessions. Lemmy's like the fucking door dude, getting all the groupies still, hogging all of them. I just see that, and it makes me feel really good.
I don't know how it works, brother, but I got a feeling that it's something like that.
Yeah.
On some other dimension, some other level we can't understand. Yeah, but you can turn around and go back if you can, because I have to be back at a certain time. I got my family's over there. My daughter's coming over tonight. Dan, so what instrument do you play?
I started playing guitar and bass when I was a little kid, in 4th, 5th grade, and now mostly do vocals. I sing a lot of Pantera songs.
Really?
Yeah, that's kind of what I do now.
How about if I tell you something crazy?
Yeah.
That I don't believe it. I don't believe it's true, but Pantera had a manager, and I don't remember his name, and he came to the Cabo Wabo a couple times, and I think he had an Oriental girlfriend or wife. That's the only thing I remember is there was an Oriental chick with him. And so if you know who that is, I don't know which manager it is. This was before I actually became friends with Vinny. And
maybe Walter. Walter was a bigger dude, glasses,
short.
Yeah. Walter was
Walter. Yeah. The kind of stocky guy, little round glasses, kind of nerdy. Don't want to say that about him. But here he came, and we were in upstairs, and I think he was trying to get involved with me and to manage me and so forth. And he said, Pantera, he said, wanted me to be the lead singer in their band. And he asked me, would you be interested? I said, no, not after Van Halen. I'm not going to join no more bands. You know what I mean? Especially covering for somebody else and this and that. And I brought it up to Vinny one time, and Vinny acted like he didn't remember it. But I don't remember if we went deep on it. But I don't know if there's any truth to that. I was asked to be in Aerosmith. I said no when Steve fell off the wagon at one time.
Oh, yeah.
The last time.
Yeah.
When he fell off the stage and all that, Joe Perry said, "Come on, man, join the band. We'll go tour Europe and South America and try it out. And if you're happy, we'll do it." And I'm going, I am not going to replace one more guy in my life. It's
so
like,
what would you? Is there a band that you would at a top of a time?
But Robert's alive.
Yeah, okay. Zeppelin. Okay, but a band that's like, you know, playing right now, would you ever get up and just jam with them?
Oh,
Maybe
I
not
jam
join
with
them?
anybody and everybody.
No, I know that, but
fuck
yeah, but like maybe for like a tour or something like that, a little more extended than just a jam
Yeah, you know,
session.
AC/DC.
Ooh.
I'd say yeah. You know,
Ooh,
when Brian left, I
Well,
could sing.
Axel filled in, right?
And he did a great job.
Yeah, he
Because
did.
that shit ain't easy to sing.
No,
brother.
God, it's like he's gargling glass pieces.
Man, I'm more of a Bon Scott kind of voice. You know,
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
I don't sing as strained as
Brian.
as Brian, but I can sing those songs. I mean, I've sang them all. In the Cabo Wabo, I do a whole lot of Rosie, Highway to Hell. I mean, Problem Child. I just did Problem Child. Swear, I just did Problem Child with my band at the last night at the residency in Vegas that we just finished up last Saturday night.
Yeah.
And the end of the song, turn up the music, where it goes, and it starts speeding up, and I start screaming, I'm a problem child. I'm a problem child. And I did it for about 5 minutes. I just screamed, I'm a problem child. And I was getting off like a motherfucker. I don't know if the fans were digging it, but I don't know if they were getting off as much as I was.
It doesn't matter sometimes. I mean, really, when you're getting off, then that's the authentic thing that the audience
That's the way it's
feeds.
supposed to work.
Yes. Yes.
That's the way it's supposed to work. You're supposed to get off, and then the audience gets off, and then it gets
comes
you
back.
off.
Yeah, and then it goes back.
It
and
just
then it goes
it's
back.
an
Yeah.
exchange.
It's a
back
ping pong,
and forth,
back and forth.
back and forth. That's the way it's supposed to be. Who's your favorite band in the world?
Pantera.
Wow.
Easy, yeah. I mean, it's so Sammy being in this limousine owned by Vinny and Dimebag and driving around with you, dude. I mean, can you imagine how that makes me feel?
Sure.
I'm from a tiny little town on the border of Mexico and Arizona, Douglas. I went to school to be a pharmacist. I'm a chemistry major, but to be the owner of this limousine and to be so close with my idols, my greatest gift of being 21 years at Sirius XM in charge of the heavy metal and hard rock channels there is that my idols have become my friends. Like I could never imagine
Wow.
that. And so that's stuff that I don't take for granted. And
Congratulations.
thank you, brother. It's I'm
really
very
awesome.
blessed. You're very blessed.
Yeah, I know.
We're very blessed on what we get to do and sipping on tequila,
Good.
sipping on
Our dream-
Sammy's Beach Bar
Our dreams
cocktail.
come true.
Yes, sir.
And
man.
you know when your dream comes true, I don't know how you feel about this. So many people start, I wrote the song Dreams of Van Halen, and I'd say it's always about, you can want enough, you can want more. You can say, okay, I've accomplished that dream. But when you accomplish a dream, when you catch it, you have to live it. You bring it into your life. You don't say, okay, next, and throw it away like some people do. You see them, the people that throw away their dream, and then they end up with nothing, you know?
Yeah.
You keep your dream, you live your dream, and go ahead, dream another dream. But you gotta live the dream you caught, because you're so lucky if you have one dream that comes true.
Yeah.
You're a lucky motherfucker.
I
That's
know,
all there
dude.
is to it.
And I have a beautiful family. I know you do as well. You have 4 kids, right?
Yeah.
What are the age ranges?
My oldest son's 52.
Whoa!
And that's Aaron. And then my youngest son's 34.
Okay.
And then by the same marriage. And then my second marriage with Kari, who I'm still married to. We have a 25-year-old daughter, Kama, who just came to our house today. I love her to death. She lives in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, with your rum, she's holding it down over there. I'm protecting the headquarters for my pops.
And then my 20-year-old daughter, Samantha.
Okay.
So we have 2 girls, 2 boys. Lucky guy, you know.
Are they fans? Are they fans of this? Obviously, are they more tequila people now?
My youngest.
Did you raise them by the power of the agave? I hope.
My youngest son and my youngest daughter drink.
Okay.
My oldest son and my oldest daughter don't drink. They
Okay.
won't touch any alcohol. And it's so amazing that my 2 oldest kids don't drink, and my 2 youngest kids do, and they love these.
Oh, good.
My daughter, who's 20, who's not supposed to be drinking these, but she does. What 20-year-old don't?
Dad signed off on it. It's fine. It's fine.
But this is their go-to. They all drink it. She's the one that turned me in to an RTD guy. I said, should be bringing these RTDs. Her and her friends coming to the house drinking White Claw. Let me just give you the straight up.
Oh,
and I
gross.
said, what is that shit? I tasted, this is horrible. So
Awful.
I said, I can make something better than that. Oh yeah, why don't you make it, Dad? Big talk. I'm going, oh, yeah.
Okay, watch
Boom.
me.
And now they're going, oh my God, this is so good. You know?
So Sammy, when can the public, get their hands on it? Is it just in California, Texas, and Nevada right now?
Yeah, and just because it's, this is a mass thing. You sell these in large, it's like beer. So people don't just go buy a bottle of tequila or a bottle of rum. They go buy like a case, 24 packs, and they blow through them in 3 or 4 days. So it's a volume thing. So if I did a volume to cover the whole United States, I'd have to make about 1 million cans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just pick on a few states at a time and let the company grow little by little, make sure I'm on the right track. If I have to make any changes. Texas, we're just launching in Texas. Specs has got it. Western has got it. Whatever that, I forget it's Western something liquors. They got it. We're doing good in Texas.
So people can go to your site and order this stuff as well?
Yeah, you can go order it online from.
Can people order from different states, from the states that carry them?
Yeah, some states you can, some states you can't.
All right, cool.
Liquor is a funny thing. If I wouldn't have used spirit, if I just would have been a beer or wine base, that's why a lot of people use a beer or wine base, you can ship it anywhere. It's cheaper, everything. When you use a real alcohol, a spirit, like rum or tequila or vodka, the price goes up, the taxes are higher, you can't do this and you can't do that. It's so fucking weird. It's like it's still 5.5 alcohol like a beer, but yet you can't do this and you can't do that. But you know, I'm okay. I'm not complaining. I'm a very happy character.
You know, Sammy, I also wanted to bring up something, your TV show on Access TV that you've been doing for a while.
I did
love
5 years.
Access TV.
I canceled. I I quit.
You're done with that.
Yeah,
okay.
I ran out of people. Like you're gonna have the same problem. Like I did like 5 years of 12 shows per year.
I've done a lot of stuff for Access TV. I know Stormer over there.
Oh, Stormer was my producer.
Yeah,
director,
he was the stuff that he produced, stuff that I hosted for them as well. So I've seen you interview a lot of musicians and just different personalities on that show. Was that you? And I mean, just so many. How was that?
It was a blast.
TV show. I mean, it's a lot of work, and I know. And I say something else too, because I know those guys well. You really were the guy that really funded it yourself, right?
Yeah. No, everything I do, it's my own stuff. I don't endorse anything. I own this. I put every penny of my money in it. I hire the team. I made the stuff. Same with my tequila, my rum, all that. But not bragging about it. But that's the only way I'll do it. You know, I can't see. I don't like working for other people because I like to wing it. And if you're working with somebody else, they're telling you okay, here's what you got to do. Now come here and read this and say this and do this. And I go, whoa. I don't know how to do that. Like if you put the script in front of me, I'll be going, see the cat run across the street and buy it tomorrow. You know, I can't do that.
Yep.
So I'm a winger. I gotta fucking make this shit up, and they let me do that. That's what I loved about the Access TV people. Stormer was the best. He would say, "Well, Harry, we're in Dallas, so just say something about Dallas, I guess. For the interview, say, like, hey, where are you?" And I'd say, okay, here we are in Dallas, here, home of the and we had a Texas Jam back in 1992, and then I'd give you 4 or 5 takes and say, next. Let's go in here. I love doing the interviews, though. My secret, which if you like the style of that show, was I did not do any research.
Yes. Sammy, you are speaking my heart right now.
There you go. I asked what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
I wanted to know, John, when I did John Mellencamp, I wanted to know how serious he was about painting, because you hear all this shit, you see his paintings, and he's just fucking around here. So I wanted to dig into that,
Yeah.
And you want to know things about your fellow rock stars, And so I'd ask some questions that I fucking wanted to know. Answer this for me. I heard blah blah blah, and that's the way I did my interviews. And my wife would be saying, "Oh, she's on the internet." She'd start saying, "Oh, did you know?" I said, "Shut up!"
Yeah. I want to know. Yeah.
I want to be surprised when I find out.
When I do interviews, Sammy, I just write the name of the person down. I write their album name, because they're usually promoting something.
Yeah. You have some bullet points.
Quick bullet points, but then my sheet is blank. And as I'm talking to people, then I'll write certain things down that I want to say, if I want to ask. But that's just so much more comfortable.
Go down the rabbit hole, man.
My very first interview was the Zach Wilde. I wrote every question at SiriusXM. This was like 19 years ago. I wrote every question in order, I thought. And I had it all printed out, and I had it all professionally done. I'm a nerd. And then I started my first question. He was like, "Let me see, are you fucking reading questions?" And he fucking grabbed my papers.
That's a piece of work.
Yes,
man.
he is. He grabbed my papers and he was like, "What the fuck?" And he threw them down. And then he went and started playing piano in the studio. And I'm like, oh no, but come back over here. Like I fucking lost control so fast, so easy that was like, I'm never doing this again. Like I can't sit here and write my questions in order.
When things go wrong, it's tough.
Yeah.
When you lose it and you know you've lost it,
yeah,
and it ain't working. Ooh, it's like being on stage, but the same thing. It's like this audience ain't fucking buying what we're doing here.
In my all my years, Sammy, I haven't had a really bad, interview. I haven't recorded interviews.
No, but some just sort of fucking struggle, like more than for me, anyways.
Yeah, but again, these people that are interviewing with me, they really want me to interview them. So they want to promote their album and their tour or whatever on Sirius XM, which is
know what, I get your point. So they're there when you're there to promote something. But see, I calling up people that ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
And say, hey, I want to do an interview with you. And they say, well, I got nothing to promote. Perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that is
now
good.
Now we can talk about music or talk about life.
Or tequila or something.
Yeah.
Well, Sammy, dude, I brought a lot of tequila here. I brought some of my favorite personal bottles from different celebrity-owned brands. I don't know if you want to sip any before we drop you off.
No, I don't want to go back home drunk. I see the one from the guys from the Mexican band. Come on, my friend.
Oh, Maná.
Oh, Maná.
Maná, yeah.
Those guys,
dude,
man.
I love Maná.
I had that in Cabo, see.
Yeah, Alex Gonzalez, bro.
Yeah.
That's the drummer. He's
Alex
a badass.
Is a bad motherfucker.
Oh, I love
he
him.
plays with me in Cabo all the time too.
Yeah, I think I've seen that before.
Friend.
Yeah, I thought you would know
call him up right now if we want to.
I can't too. I love him. He's a good friend of mine. We drank a lot of tequila.
So who else you got in there, though?
I just brought the Rocks tequila, which is, I know he's putting that on Añejo. It's the Terramana. It's the Reposado. But I bought Deftones has their own Añejo, and then I brought what's his name, LeBron James, the Lobo 707 or 1707. And then I just bought my favorite Cristalino, which is the
farthest one.
No, the Cristalino is that beaker, and that's the Maestro Dobel Cristalino. That's an extra añejo where the color is taken out.
Well, Patron started that,
Yes.
Everyone thought the Patron, when they came on the market, the reason it was so fucking good, because they were using an añejo or at least a reposado and taking the color out. And I never had a Blanco. This is good. That's a good trick. But that's probably really good stuff.
That's really good.
I'm above the damn. Hold on.
Oh wait, no.
Hold on here.
I just pulled up my Instagram and there was some pretty girl that came up. That was just on my feed. So here's my tequila collection. I made this cabinet. I had this cabinet made in Scottsdale by a Native American artist, and so these are housing all of my extra añejos and cristalinos, showing Sammy my tequila collection here.
That's a great collection. I got these too.
Asombroso are very delicious, man. The 11 year is one of my favorites. Yeah. And the thing is,
I got a good collection in Cabo. That's where my main collection is. A little Cabo Wabo and everything like that. So I thought that was Cabo Wabo. No, it's not. Look just
Jaja,
like
yeah. So there's a lot of different ones in here, man. So I just wanted to show you.
I'm gonna go.
And then I also have a spreadsheet too of my tequila collection that I think that you might get a kick out of. Jose Tequila Collection. So it's all alphabetized. So when I go to bars or tequila stores, I pull out my thing because people are just in the aisle and I'm like, hey, can I help you with anything? Yeah. And they're like, do you work here? I was like, no, but I'm a big tequila guy. And they're like, oh well. And then I started showing them my shit and they're like, oh, what do you recommend now? So this is my shit right there. So
here's the thing. I'm gonna break your heart right now.
Go ahead.
I don't like añejo.
I know that about you because you told. I know you told me that
all the way around.
You told me that on our black carpet interview at the Revolver Golden Gods Awards. You said that you are a Blanco guy, and I said, "What, Sammy?
If you can't taste a Blanco and go, this is really good tequila, then you only put it in a barrel. To ruin it.
You're a purist.
I'm a purist.
Yes.
I don't mind it, but it's got to start with a good Blanco.
The Blancos is when you can really taste the agave.
And then you find out if it's bitter, if they've got the rotten fruit taste in there, like so many, or you could taste the syrups they use. So many people use agave syrup now, and to sweeten them because they use agave this size of a fucking soccer ball. It tastes like it's green as a fucker. You can't eat that thing. So you got to sweeten it up.
And I mean, 8 years for an agave plant to mature, and then if you count the añejo resting in the barrels, I mean, an extra añejo could take 10, 11, 12 years just to make one fucking a bottle.
But that's what makes tequila so good.
I know, Sammy. I love that.
In that plant getting mature in that ground, and it takes in the earth, and it really, really does, man. People don't realize how much terroir is in tequila. It's really tastes like the ground.
And I feel like you're honorary Mexican. After all you've done for tequila, you are. Like, I mean, you could be like...
I say I'm half Irish, half Italian, and 3/4 Mexican.
Yeah, that's my boy right there. My dad's a French-Irish white dude, and my mom's from Sonora, Mexico. And my dad's from Jalisco, where Guadalajara and tequila.
Boom,
yeah, boom. So it all comes back, man. So, Sammy, what's next for you, dude? What do you do? I know we have these Texas shows, A Toast to Texas, 4 shows,
Parties.
Sammy in the Circle.
Parties.
It's going to be parties launching the Sammy's Beach Bum bar,
cocktails.
Beach Bar cocktails.
And my other brands. So we're going to have a lot of tequila. We're going to have the, Santo. And I only have... See, I made I'll tell you, my biggest joy right now is that I invented Mezquila. And I invented that name.
With Adam Levine, right?
Well, no, he was my partner back in the old days, but
okay.
he didn't. He at that time, his management didn't want him promoting booze because he had such a young audience, so he wouldn't promote anything. So I bought him out, and Guy Fieri's my partner.
But I love Guy. So
this is it right here. So I started with I made a Mezquila because I didn't want to compete with Cabo Wabo because Cabo was my first baby, So I made half mezcal and half tequila. It took a year to find a blend. No, right here, you go into the right.
Oh,
hey, yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, no, this is the way you go into, right?
Oh,
there.
yeah, the guy put us in the other gate the last time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He had us go in that one over there.
Tell him I'm in the car. Say, Sammy's in the back. He said to come in this gate.
Fuck yeah, AJ.
So I made Mezquila, and I really, really dig it. It's the world's first.
Yeah, it's so... Dude, when you first announced that, mixing mezcal and tequila, I was like, what is Sammy doing? What is this?
I was trying to... Because I don't like mezcal. It's too smoky. And I don't smoke cigars, and I don't like that whole tobacco-y burnt thing. So I toned it down, and it took a year. We blended and blended and blended.
Yeah,
and it wasn't until the guy, my guy Juan Eduardo, he goes, it just ain't right. I go, oh, it's not right. It's try 60-40, try 72, 38. Like all these different ways to do it. And he goes, finally, he said, I did something. And he goes, taste it. He goes, that's not tequila, that's not mezcal, that's Mezquila. And I said, fuck yeah, here we go. And that's when I got the goosebumps, and I went, fuck, this is really... So I really wanted to make that a big thing. People didn't buy it at first. It was tough, so we finally came out. Guy Fieri said, let's make a Blanco, so we made the world's best Blanco. And then we put it in barrels, and then we made a Reposado. Everyone says, well, where's the añejo? It's in fucking barrels. All these guys that come out with 3 things right out of the box, that ain't their tequila. No, they didn't make that tequila.
That's
they
right.
went to a factory and said, give me your, and
most brands come out with the Blanco and Reposado first, and it takes a while to come out with the añejos.
The real guys, if you're really making it, we perfected the Blanco first. Then we perfected our barrels. Our barrels, I don't think were good enough for the first Reposado. We threw the first batch out after 3 months and said, I said, you know what, these barrels are too, I can taste a little mold, a little funk. Got new barrel, not new barrel, but once used, brand new whiskey barrels that were once used. And that's how I'm a perfectionist, man. I don't want no fucked up taste. So when we get to my house, I'm gonna run in. I'm gonna grab you a Reposado, and I'm gonna grab you a Mezquila.
Okay, yes.
For your collection. I don't have the añejo yet.
No, it's okay, man. Wow, Sammy Hagar, dude.
It's at 14 months right now.
This has been such a trip, dude. I can't wait to hang with you more. And just spend some more time with you. Yeah,
we're doing it in Texas.
Right?
I
mean, I would love to come down to one of your shows out there and maybe help host the party for you. I mean,
what do you mean help host? You're gonna host the motherfucker.
Yeah, fuck yeah, Sammy. I got you.
I need a host. I'm a singer.
I got you, dude. I cannot wait.
I'm the guitar player. I'm the singer.
I think it's gonna be the Houston show on December 8th that I'm gonna be hosting out there in Texas for Sammy.
Boom, bring the limo.
No, probably not. That's a long drive, man. Come on.
So what? It's a car. That's what they do.
Yeah, man.
Okay, don't film my house, but I'm gonna go in and get the shit.
All right, dude. Fucking Sammy's coming back with the shit, dude. And I got some gifts for you too. So when you come back.
Well, here. As a matter of fact, here. Come on with me.
All right, cool. I'll be back. Going in Sammy's house. Fuck yeah. Just had Sammy, Hagar, the Red Rocker, and the Vin Dime Limo. Got some awesome tequila and mezquila to add to my collection. What an awesome hang, man. Fuck yeah.